Hello, my name is Willie EASTERJ Jr., and I'd like to do a reading from my book entitled Dawn of New Age 2, Dragon People, which you can find on www.amazon.com, or you can find it on ecampus.com, and I also think you'll also be able to find it on Barnes & Noble. Depending on which site you go to, the price may vary. And I'd like to do a short reading from my book. This book was originally published in 2004, but it's still available. I'd like to try to get some sales from it because it was a exciting adventure to go through to write this book. I mean, I learned a lot of knowledge, met different people, and when you're challenged to do a thing, it either gonna improve you or worsen you. And anytime you gain knowledge, I think it should improve you and better your understanding of how things work in the world. And some people say, well, you got monsters all over from the book. Ooh. Well, the one thing you must understand about monsters and dragons and illustrations of such things is that monsters are often sometimes manifestations of someone's fears or someone's doubts or some horrific experience that someone may have went through. And you may say, well, got dragons in it. I mean, what is that all about? Well, dragons is basically, depending on the culture they use it, or the civilization they may use it, have a meaning or a symbol behind it. In this story, the dragon people, the meaning is a race that considers themselves unconquerable. They are conquerors. They go out and conquer other races. And the symbol of the dragon, and since that most of them resemble dragons, lizard-like creatures, so they use the symbol of the dragon to invoke fear into their enemies, so they can conquer them. So that's pretty much the reason why you see the image of a dragon on the front of the book, and you also on the back cover you see an image of a gold demon, which are also done the paintings and illustration of the book, but you're not gonna find any on the inside. It was a wonderful experience writing this book, but you don't realize sometimes the difficulties and also sometimes the discrimination of just get a book published, because you get people who look at it from a marketing value. Well, you need to write something black, so I got a black magic marker and I wrote down something black. I don't consider my skin color or my race as a prohibitor to keep me from learning. Others may consider that. You even got people within your own race think that if you're a black man, you should be writing a book about science fiction, or you shouldn't be doing animated films. This particular book is not based on any of my short animated films. It's a totally different story. But like I said before, Dawn of New Age is a title head, so many stories can be written under it. And like I said before, this book was originally published in 2004, and it's still available on the internet. And I think it's a pretty good book for myself because it was a challenge to write. I'm gonna read you a partial segment from the book. It's gonna come from chapter 9, and if you do decide to buy the book, chapter 9 should start on page 43, and that chapter should be entitled Enter the Dragon's Palace. And it reads, lightning lit up the night skies as Captain George B. Storm, Orang and Brigade entered the Dragon City. They walked through the streets of the huge city. Dragon soldiers were everywhere. During the daytime, it was hot, but at night it was cooler. The dragon people permitted their slaves to come out at night because it was cooler for them. George now saw how big the Dragon City was. As the threesome slowly walked through the streets, they came near some dragon children taunting some human children. Now, every once in a while, you notice when you look at the corner of the screen, that's just indicating that I got my webcam set up for 1 minute each, so it'll be pauses in between as I edit this, in order to get better understanding. Now I'm gonna start back at the last line I was originally reading, and it reads: as the threesome slowly walked through the streets, they came near some dragon children taunting some human children. The dragon people taught their children to taunt the human children to keep them in a low condition of mind, so they would feel to be of little worth. Human children are worthless, said the dragon child. They've been slaves for the last 2,000 years. All they can do is clean up our dung. This is the dragon people's world. The threesome walked onward. George turned to Orang and said, "So that's how a slave is made. By giving them a low self-esteem, they are made to feel of little worth to themselves and others. Then they can be put under anyone's control." The rain stopped. The street lights lit up the streets as the threesome continued onward. Orang said nothing. He wanted George to see the truth about mankind and the dragon people for himself. And that's taken from chapter 9, Enter the Dragon's Palace, and you'll find it on page 43 of my book entitled Dawn of a New Age to the Dragon People.